Hey everybody, what I have here is a Ford FE big block. It's got a tri-power setup on it, all the carburetors I rebuilt. It's got the original air cleaner. It's got, when I bought it, it was supposed to be all 1961 Ford 390 out of a 61 Ford Galaxy. The guy I bought it from actually had the Galaxy there, and he actually had put a 460 in it, and this motor was sitting under the bench for 25 years. So not knowing much about a Ford, I bought it, and after doing some research and taking it apart, it's all 1961 top end, including the camshaft, which is a solid lifter cam. It has adjustable rockers. It's all 1961 390 top end parts. It even has the dual point distributor, which is also date coded 61. But apparently somewhere down the road something must happen to the bottom end. The bottom end is actually a 64 352. So I took the whole motor apart, put new rings and bearings in it, put all new gaskets and seals, put new valve springs, new valve seals, lapped all the valves in, rebuilt the carburetors, and now I got on the engine stand ready to run. Actually been running it for like a week already. Just been kind of plagued with all kind of mishaps, some fuel leaks. Then the water pump started leaking because that was 25 years old, and the new timing cover front seal started leaking, so had to take the timing cover back off, change the seal on that, put a brand new water pump on it, not a rebuilt, put all new points, condenser, rotor, wires, spark plugs, all that stuff is new. This is my contraption that I made up here so I can make a run stand out of a engine stand. I made some outriggers. What does not come with it are the headers. I borrowed those from a friend of mine. And also what I borrowed was this adapter plate here is to run a Chevrolet transmission on it. He's going to be running a 700R4. So it comes with the adapter plate, the flywheel, and the starter. All that stuff is not included. I have to give that back to him. The headers I have to give back to him. I have to make some of these outriggers to go around the headers to hold the motor up while it's running. Mickey Mouse exhaust system that I put on here, just so it could quiet it up a little bit so you can hear it run. I'll pop the headers. I'll pop the exhaust off so you can hear it with open headers. Sounds pretty mean. Also what came with it is all the transmission. It's got a bell housing, the shield, the starter, the flywheel, the pressure plate clutch, the throw-out bearing, and also has the factory headers, also date coded 61. So everything is out of that 1961 390 along with the exhaust manifolds. Really cool stuff. And the transmission's actually over here. I haven't had a chance to take the transmission apart, but all this stuff is sold separately, or you can buy it as one big package deal. But it is all 1961 stuff, minus the bottom end, which is a 64 352. Runs great. We gotta turn the battery charger on here so we can get it fired up. We'll see how it sounds here. Just bear with me. I got clear fuel line so you can see the fuel coming through it. Solid lifter cam, so you do hear a little bit of lifter noise. You got some exhaust leaks because these headers here are just all slip-on collectors. And I just got these Mickey Mouse together over here, so couple little exhaust leaks, but you get the gist of the motor, how it sounds. Oil pressure at an idle's at 40. I already had it running today for about an hour. You can see the exhaust smoke coming out through the header gasket right there. Runs really well. Great throttle response, as you can see. That noise there is the flex plate hitting the starter. Because there's no torque converter on it, right here, the flex plate will wiggle a little bit and hit that starter drive. He has shims where you can actually move the starter in or out, but he didn't give them to me. But once you actually bolt the torque converter to it, you wouldn't have that issue. And naturally, it's just cold out, so you got moisture coming out of the back. But did a lot of work on the carburetors. Like I said, took them all apart, put on new gaskets, seals, needle and seats, accelerator pumps. Rejetted the carburetors for the new gas today. We find on a dyno machine that the old gas compared to the new gas, you usually got to upjet like 4 sizes. So I've been working on the carburetor, so everything's really dialed in good. It actually has the original Ford oil cap that was back in the day. This is the original fuel log. I ended up running a braided fuel line. No, you always could change that, put it back to a metal line or a rubber line. But I left the hose off the back here so you can see that it has no blow line, so the rings are sealed. But it sounds great. Great throttle response. Idle's terrific. So we'll shut it off and we'll pop that exhaust off. So bear with me for a second here. I'll keep this going. Maybe I'll show American Graffiti. It pulls into the garage. Pop off the header tubes. They unplug the exhaust. That's what we're going to do right now. See what happens. Stuff's going to be a little hot. I'll shut this up. These are probably going to be a little toasty.